Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, everyone, with another manga chapter review. This is going to be on chapter 5 of Jinrou game, Crazy Fox. I was going to say the other one, the B-side. It's Crazy Fox. This is going to be pretty much of a passing chapter, to be honest. So I won't stay too long on this video. I'll review it as fast as possible, but it is important because I think I figured out who the prophet is and who probably is going to be killed next, to be honest. Before I continue though, a few things. If you have not done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I do have the first 4 chapter reviews on this one in my channel, so go look for them. Most of them are recent, except the first chapter. And then I have the first 2 series before this one, so go check out those as well, which is quite a bit of chapters as well, so you guys can see the entire story unfold of this. You can find this online. There's different sources that are posting this one online, so go check it out there as well. And secondly, guys, please consider subscribing, or not subscribing, but following me on my social media. I'm becoming more often, more active on TikTok and Twitter, so make sure you consider going there as well. Lastly, there is a spoiler alert, because I will talk about it in some detail, and I don't want you guys to get this whole story ruined, because it is a suspenseful survival series, so I don't want you guys to say that I ruined the story for you guys. So you have been warned. The story continues with essentially all the prophets sitting down at a table, or all the self-proclaimed prophets sitting down at a table and discussing who did what at night and what's going to happen next, right? So again, the people that are being self-proclaimed to be prophets are Mori Ayaka, which we know she is the fox because she is the main character. Shinoki said he was a fox. He got killed the night before, so he is eliminated. Then we have Miller, which is a black guy, and he hasn't really said much up to now. He talked a lot in this chapter, to be honest. And then Kentaro, which we know for a fact that she's a werewolf. So if out of those 4 self-proclaimed prophets were to be one of them, it would either Shinoki, who died already, or Miller. So we'll see what happens. Essentially, they speak it out, and they kind of point at different people of who they investigated, who they were. And Miller's the one that's kind of freaking out, because I guess he is, I'm assuming he is the prophet, and he's realizing that these people are trying to trick other people because they're probably werewolves. So he definitely attacks Kentaro and multiple times calls her a werewolf. And Kentaro calmly defends herself and says, it really seems like you're the werewolf because you're the one freaking out and, pointing fingers at people. The one trick that Miller tries is, how about we all tell someone in the ear how the game works, how voting works when it comes to the voting of the prophet. Now, if you don't remember how that worked previously, essentially the prophet goes to his room, and in his room on his TV he sees the names of all the people that are playing the werewolf game, and the prophet chooses who he wants to investigate that night, and essentially the TV tells them what they are: a werewolf, a villager, a fox, or whatever, right? So it turns out that all 3 of them can actually say that whole story. Mori was part of a game. She's a fox, but she's part of a game. She knows how all that works. Kentaro was also part of a game, so she also knows how the prophet works and how it gets to test people at night. So when the people proclaim the same story to everyone else, Miller freaks even more out because he's saying, how do they know? How do you know that this is going on? Now, obviously, if I was overseeing this conversation, that for me would have been kind of like, hey, there's something going weird here, because how can all 3 of them know how it works? So I would be suspicious of all 3 of them, to be honest. I'd probably be suspicious of Miller, because Miller is freaking out. He's acting very suspicious, and I think that's the reason I think they're gonna vote him out the next chapter. Now, voting hasn't even started. It seems like Kintaro is gonna be able to turn it on him, where people vote on him because he's being very unreasonable and over dramatic and stuff like that. Obviously, he's doing that because he wants to save his life and not die. Uh, let's also remember, previous to this chapter, they just saw a dead body. They just saw Shinoki, his face slammed in. So let's not forget the fact that they're freaking out because death is in the line of, if you don't win this game, you die. So I'll give that to Miller. But I think Miller is the prophet, and Miller is in fact going to die this next round. If not voted out, I'm pretty sure the werewolves will go after him and kill him at night because they probably put one and one together. They probably figured out Miller is the prophet, and now they're trying to figure out why Mori is saying that she's a prophet. So trying to figure out if she was a villager trying to protect the prophet, or if she is a stupid fox and allowing the werewolves to go after her, which really doesn't matter because the werewolves can't kill fox. So we'll see. This is a great series, guys, but again, this was a passing chapter. Not a lot of intense scenes in this other than just people freaking out. So thank you guys so much for watching this. If you guys have not done so, make sure you subscribe, comment, like, and share. Any of those will help, guys. Thank you for your love and support, and guys, like always, don't be strangers. I'll have chapter 6 hopefully tomorrow or the next day.